Unpopular opinion here. When I think back to the struggles I've had with the junior and not so junior developers, I can totally justify some of the trimming we're seeing nowadays. Sorry, I warned you, this won't be popular. If you've never worked in software engineering, you'd be surprised how much time and upskilling it sometimes took before new hires were able to consistently write solid, production-ready code. Fresh out of college, most of them had no idea what software engineering actually is. And I don't mean they couldn't write code. I mean they didn't understand production realities. Naming things so they still make sense months later, thinking about edge cases before they explode, understanding concurrency, logging, deployment monitoring, performance trade-offs, writing code that someone else can safely extend without breaking half the system. I've spent months mentoring smart people just to get them from "it works on my machine" to "this won't take down production." Now, if we compare that to what Claude can produce today, the hiring decision becomes pretty obvious. AI tools in early 2026 can understand the project, the tools, the methodology, naming conventions, quality expectations, and the technology stack in a matter of minutes. If you set up Claude Code or OpenAI Codex properly, define clear rules, provide structured context through skills, configure MCPs, and enforce conventions, projects can take off and move forward at an incredible pace. You describe the feature, provide constraints, and you get back something that is often very close to production ready, not perfect, but surprisingly solid. That said, we absolutely need humans in the loop. Oversight, architectural thinking, enhancements, security, these are areas we should never outsource to AI. AI doesn't take responsibility for what it produces. If it produces garbage, causes harm, financial or legal, you can't punish it. It has no salary, no quarterly performance reviews. The AI doesn't sit in meetings to point out vague requirements or silly management decisions. It won't warn you that today's quick fix will cause technical debt later. It will optimize for the prompt you give it right now, not for the long-term health of your system. That judgment still belongs to experienced engineers. AI washing is absolutely a thing. But we must admit that it's becoming harder to justify the continued mass production of unmotivated programmers, primarily driven by six-figure salary expectations and corporate ladder ambitions. I've worked with people who couldn't clearly explain basic concepts. I've seen developers with no curiosity about how things actually work. Folks who treat code reviews as personal attacks instead of learning opportunities. If you're someone who treats programming as just another office job, you're competing with systems that improve every few months, don't get tired, don't play office politics, and don't brown-nose the boss. As someone who loves coding, I actually applaud that the bar is rising. For years, we told people that anyone could learn to code in a few months and land a six-figure job. That was great marketing. It wasn't always great for quality, though. Now, generating code is becoming cheap. What's still valuable is understanding systems, designing robust architectures, and making good trade-offs under uncertainty. If you've got these skills and can use current and future AI tools effectively, you'll always find your place in this new world, no matter what AI features or tools come next. Your value was never in typing speed or memorizing syntax. It's in judgment, in knowing when the AI is right and when it's subtly wrong. It's in making decisions that keep systems stable, secure, and maintainable over time. The bar is rising, and honestly, that's not a bad thing.